Good morning, it's time. It's the Jeffrey Lampkin Show. Listen, coming up on today's show, we're talking with Jeopardy Kids winner Josiah Washington. I'm wondering just exactly what that experience was all about. Also, branding. Is there something out there that you want to brand? Yourself, your church, your business? It's happening. Listen, here it comes. And the latest in entertainment news. Coffee cups up, pinkies are out. It's time to get lamped. It's the Jeffrey Lampkin Show.
Here we go. Jeffrey Lampkin. Everybody get up. Say what? Everybody get up. Come on. With Jeffrey Lampkin. Motivation, inspiration, educating new revelation. With Jeffrey Lampkin. Entertainment just for you. Smiling out 'cause God loves you. Get up, with Jeffrey Lampkin. Somebody turn the lamp on.
All right, we're talking all things entertainment. Let's make it happen. Listen, I've got the tea and I'm going to spill it for you. First of all, we want to say we are thinking about the family of George Duke, legendary pianist George Duke and jazz artist. Of course, he passed away at the age of 67, and he was such a pioneer in music and such a legend. And so we're thinking about him and his family during this time and just letting you know that we love you and we thank you for all that you've done to music. Also, speaking of tragedies, did you hear about the story with Usher? Usher's son, Usher Raymond V. They call him Cinco. Well, he was actually going to retrieve a toy from the pool. The aunt was there at the house, and then in the midst of this tragedy happening, he fell in to get the pool, and the drainage, because you know there's the drainage under in the pool, it sucked him in, and he was a near fatal drowning. The aunt was screaming, yelling like, "Oh my God, somebody help." And in the midst of that, there were two men who were actually at the house working, and those two men actually came out and they pulled him from the pool. They began to do CPR on him, attempting to save him while she's on the phone with 911. And if you actually listen to the call, you can hear the younger son in the background saying, "He's faking, he's faking." And the aunt was like, "He's not faking." But Usher, we're thinking about it because remember, he lost his stepson in an accident that involved water, in a speedboat accident that involved water. So we're thinking about you and so grateful that your son did make it out thus far and that he is alive. Our prayers are with your family. Congratulations to Ellen DeGeneres. Ellen DeGeneres will be hosting the 2014 Oscars. I think that this is a great move, of course, for the Academy. Ellen always brings just great pizzazz and she's awesome. She's funny. You know, she's hilarious. So I actually do like, I like Ellen. I think this is a great move for her and for this to be happening. All right, one more story. Everyone's talking about the Lindsay Lohan. Of course, Lindsay Lohan was on Chelsea Handler's show. She was doing the Chelsea Handler show, and in the midst of her, she actually hosted the show. Now, of course, Lindsay just came out of rehabilitation. Now, I know everyone is saying, "I don't understand." And here's the thing that I want to deal with and talk about today. And we're going to talk real for a moment. You know me, it's just my opinion. But Lindsay Lohan has repeatedly done things over and over again. We give her another chance. Martha Stewart went to jail, of course, on some charges that she was found guilty of. We gave her another chance. Even in jail, she's making millions and billions of dollars. But then you take people like Michael Vick, who we throw the book at because they make a mistake or something happen. You take Chris Brown, they make a mistake, they do something, they can do something repeatedly. And we throw the book at them about what's the problem. And someone asked me, "Jeffrey, why do I think that is?" And I'm going to be honest. It has to do with race. And I think that race relations is something that we need to realize in America. You know, one of the things people often go on my Facebook page and they're like, "It doesn't matter, we all bleed red." Yes, we all do bleed red. Yes, this is America, the land of the free and the home of the brave. But at the same token in time, racism is real. Race relations are real. And it's something that we need to stop tiptoeing around and acting as if, this is not true or racism does not exist. Oh no, it does exist, and this is a prime example because at moments we want to take the livelihood from someone who it seems when they're African American, especially if they're African American male, we take it from them. So you know, I'm not a racist. I have white friends, I have black friends, I have Latino friends. I love them all. It's a salad bowl. Mix it up and let's eat, baby. That's what I'm talking about. But at the end of the day, let's deal with the fact that racism is real and we need to deal with it. Let's talk about it. That's what we do. I'm gonna host a show on race relations, but I gotta go, y'all. My time is up. Listen, we're gonna be talking with Jeopardy winner Josiah Washington. He's coming up next on the Jeffrey Lampkin Show. Coffee cups up, pinkies out. Good morning.
Jeffrey Lampkin.
Cannon & Graves is a proud sponsor of the Jeffrey Lampkin Show. Located at 1837 Wilson Road in Newberry, Cannon & Graves has the perfect certified used car for you. Their extensive inventory has something in every price range, and they can get everyone financed, regardless of credit. All cars come with a warranty to give you the peace of mind you deserve. Come see Steve and Reggie and find your new car at Cannon & Graves. Go see Dr. Terrence Tyndall at Jerome & Company. Don't worry, ladies. They carry women's clothing too, so you can look your best every day. For beautiful casual and dress attire for men and ladies, go to the Columbia style leader, Jerome & Company.
Jeffrey Lampkin.
Good morning, and we're back here on the Jeffrey Lampkin Show. Listen, put your coffee cups down right now. A little trivia, sort of like how they do on Jeopardy, right? And the answer is, in 2013, what youngster from Columbia, South Carolina appeared on the hit TV show Jeopardy and won Teen Week? Are you ready? What is Josiah Washington? I'm excited about it. Now, if I won $23,000 for that, that would really make me excited. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
Good.
How you feeling?
Excited.
You excited?
Yes.
That makes me excited. I get excited when people get excited. Talk to me, Josiah Washington. First of all, your name now is in lights. Everybody knows Josiah Washington. How does that feel?
It feels really weird. Sometimes I'm like, the other day we were walking through Target and people are like, hey, I saw you on TV the other day. And we're like, you just be everywhere and people say like, hey, I saw you, you did really good. And it's like, I don't know them, but they knew me from watching Jeopardy.
Wow. So what was that like? Take us through, because of course you won Jeopardy, the kids version when they were doing their kids show. How did you even get involved in Jeopardy?
Well, I started watching the show when I was about 3 years old.
Okay.
And when I turned 4, I decided I want to be on the show because it looked really cool. And I found out the contestants got actual money.
Get those coins. That's what I'm talking about. They got the money, so you got excited.
Yes. And
Okay.
when I turned 10, I took my first online test. I didn't do as well because they asked a lot of pop culture questions, and pop culture is not my real strong suit.
Okay.
But then the second time I took the test, I did much better. They asked a lot more more solid questions, such as, I don't know, like geography, math, science. And
So you're really academics. You love like science, math, algebra, things of that nature. That really gets and draws you more than like the pop culture side of
yeah.
things.
I guess my strongest area was geography and math and
Okay.
science.
Okay. So now you're studying. You didn't do so well on the first online test, and so you go back again. How did we get to the point where we are now, 2013? Josiah Washington name is in lights.
Well, you take the online test, and it depends on how well you are. They don't even tell you how well you did. And so I guess I did good enough because my mom got an email saying I made it to the audition.
Okay. What was that moment like? Do you remember?
Well, I was asking my mom to help me do something, and after that my mom said, well, hold on, I have this email. So she opened the email and it said, congratulations, Josiah's been selected to audition in Cincinnati for Jeopardy.
Did she scream?
Yes, she screamed and started crying. And
Reenact the scream. How did she
like,
do it?
ah, Josiah's on Jeopardy!
And she gave the hands. That's the good mother hands right there. Ah! I love it. So mom screamed, got excited about it. And did you feel like, are you serious, mom? Or were you like, everybody got happy?
I wasn't sure how to act. I was like, is this real? I kind of felt like it was a dream. Like for the whole time Jeopardy was going on, I thought, is this just a really long dream? I'm going to wake up and it's going to be a whole dream.
So where did you go? Like you flew out? They flew you out?
They didn't fly us to Cincinnati.
Okay.
But we did have fun in Cincinnati.
Y'all have fun in Cincinnati?
Yes, the audition, it was like a 30 question test, and they had like an in-person, let us talk to the other kids to see our personalities. If you're smart and you didn't talk as much, you wouldn't get on the show. Or if you're smart and you talk to the other kids a lot, you'd probably get on the show.
You gotta have that winning combination.
Yes.
I love it. Josiah say, you smart and you talk. That's right, you better talk about it. So you talked, you went through, and then the moment you found out that you made the actual show,
Well, since I'm homeschooled, we're doing our lessons, and my mom got a phone call. She saw the zip code. She didn't recognize it at first. She thought it was a telemarketer, and she was about to hang the phone up.
See, that's that good call. See, y'all know, don't play, because you know you do that too. Y'all see them numbers on that call ID, you're like, I'm not answering that, clearly. But something said, answer the phone, Moms.
Yes.
So you decided to answer the phone.
And so she answered the phone, and it said, "Hello, this is Karina from Jeopardy Production Studios." My mom already started screaming. And so then the producer said, "No, not yet. No, wait. I didn't say anything. I didn't say you made it yet." She just asked my mom some questions about my form from the audition. Then after that, she said, "Well, congratulations, Josiah is eligible to compete on Jeopardy Kids Week." And we're all screaming and running around all throughout the yard, running around and everything. The neighbors thought we're crazy.
Y'all had lost your mind for a moment. Let me ask this question. Did y'all do a celebration dinner that night? Did y'all have a favorite meal or anything? What did y'all do to celebrate that he actually was going to even be on Jeopardy?
We had a regular evening.
Regular
evening, yes.
We just called a bunch of our family members.
Okay, so you call them up. Y'all got on the phone and start dialing. That phone started working then. And everybody, so then you went on. Now, where was the national show?
It was taped in Los Angeles.
In Los Angeles, California. So y'all got on the plane. Now, who all went? Moms?
My whole family. My mom, my dad, and my sister.
Wow. So Maya and Dad, good morning. They're in the studio this morning as well. Good morning, family. I'm so excited about it. So you all get on the plane. You head to Los Angeles, and you're there. How did you feel at that moment? You saw your competition, because it was a competition. You saw them. Did they talk to you? What was it like?
Well, in the hotel, I guess I really didn't know who was my competition. I just saw a bunch of kids, and I was just thinking that they were my competition. But the whole day, on the day when we were about to go to the show, everybody was in the hotel lobby, and I was like, wow, I guess they weren't my competition, because I saw a bunch of kids I haven't seen before.
Okay.
A lot of the times during the show, I'd look over at Mom. Sometimes I don't know why. I guess
it's that vote of confidence, because even now I see you look at Mom. That just relationship, which tells me y'all have an awesome relationship, and it has to be because Josiah, of course, when we talk about his educational background, he went to St. John's School over on Farrell Road, where Pastor Jamie Graham is the pastor.
Right. Yes.
And you homeschool him.
Right.
So talk to me about homeschooling.
Okay, it's all started. He went for 1st through 6th grade. He went to the Montessori School, Columbia, off of Rosewood, and when he finished 6th grade, and we didn't know what we wanted to do with him, but he was doing so well at the school.
Okay.
And we liked the Montessori's method of teaching. And there isn't a Montessori middle school in the Columbia area.
Okay.
So there are wonderful public schools and wonderful private middle schools, but we wanted to keep that Montessori teaching method.
Right.
So we decided to homeschool. So last year, 7th grade year, was our first year of homeschooling. I was nervous, but there's
7th grade.
Yeah,
You in the 7th grade?
I'm going to the 8th.
Now
You going to the
8th
8th?
grade.
Hey, he's so smart. You're going to the 8th. Lord, wow. So you're going to the 8th grade, and so you're doing the Montessori.
Right. So this is going to be our 2nd year, 8th grade year homeschooling, and by the Montessori method, and then with us homeschooling, we were able to get all types of resources.
Wow.
Going to the Richland Library, I think we go there twice a week, getting resources, almanacs, trivia books. This is the study for Jeopardy.
Right.
And the librarians, they were so helpful, giving us tips, giving us ideas, telling us what to download to study. So
This is fabulous.
and it was in encyclopedia, so it made it fun. But like he was talking earlier, when we got there, like for audition, a lot of children were studying, had their laptops, all kind of devices studying, and Josiah, he and his dad and I and sister
Because
like
he already had it together.
That's right.
He had it
That's
together
right. So
already. Let me ask you this question. The moment when you're in the audience and you see that Josiah is on his way to victory, how did it feel?
Oh, because I'm squeezing the arms of the armrest.
You
like
want to
this.
shout like you had the Holy Ghost. You know you sit on that church bench and you be like, oh Jesus, oh Lord, oh Jesus. So you sitting there holding yourself together.
It was hard because that was sign that says applause, be quiet. You
Right.
can't make noise. So, but when it was getting close and the final Jeopardy, and I could see his face, oh, he got it. But I was worried about the contestants because I said they have it too.
Right.
But what did he wager? What did he wager? But
How did you plan your wager? You just
Well, it all depended on the girl who was competing against
Right.
me. The boy Clement, it really didn't matter what he wagered because I would have had more than him.
you would have more.
Because I wanted to wager enough so I could try to beat Clement and Blythe.
Right.
And so I was really worried about Blythe because she
wagered
would have
right.
beat me
Right.
if she got the answer right and she wagered right. And that's what I was worried about the whole time. I was hoping like, please let me wager enough. And I was like, when she had her answer was about to be displayed, I was like, please let her get it wrong. I know that's mean. I was like,
no, you want to win. We
understand.
We understand. So let me ask this question. You won the money. What happens now? Are you saving that for school? Did you buy you any clothes? Go to McDonald's? What did you do?
Well, the other day I bought I bought myself a tablet, and I bought my sister the tablet.
You better buy Maya a tablet. Hi, Maya. Good morning.
Micah.
Micah. I got it. Oh, you better get me right. Micah. So Micah's in the audience. Hi, Micah. She's so cute. She is adorable. I'm loving the Washington kids. I'm loving it. So you bought them a tablet, and so you're gonna save the rest for school.
I'm saving the rest. I gave 10% back to my church.
Somebody, I was about to take off on the. Say that one more time.
I gave 10% to my
now
church.
look at this. The boy went on Jeopardy and he gave 10% at a young age. And some of you go out there and work every Sunday and y'all won't even give 10%. But I ain't gonna preach today. I'm gonna behave myself. I'm gonna have it together. Let me hold my mule while I shout. And you were presented the key to the city.
Yes.
By Mayor Steve Benjamin. What was that like?
It was really cool. We found out the day before. We were just like, they just said, I'm about a call from one of the librarians that said, we were just wondering if Josiah would like the key to the city. Of course, my mom said yes.
Beautiful.
And it was really exciting because the first thing I thought was, I know this was a silly question, but I asked, I was wondering, what is it open? What is it open? Like in the city.
You said, what is it open?
Yes.
I wanted to open what do you want it to open? McDonald's? What do you want? Chick-fil-A? We'll make sure we get it open. Now we're going to have to talk to our Mayor Steve Benjamin about it. We are proud of you. Here in Columbia, we are very proud of you and what you've done. Moms, kudos to you, and dad's in the studio as well. Kudos. When you train up a child in the way he or she should go, when he gets old, he won't depart. We are so proud of you. And let me tell you, keep on doing the great things that you are doing. Keep being the genius that you are, and never let anyone take you from that. The sky is the limit if you keep God first, and obviously you have it first because you wanted to give the money back to him. I love it. Y'all listen, keep it. Any final words you want to say before we go? And we want to do thank the Richland County Library because they've been anchors every step of the way, and we're thankful for it. In your church, what church do you attend?
Brooklyn Baptist Church, where the pastor Charles Jackson.
You better where the pastor is, Pastor Charles Jackson. I love it. Listen, keep it right here. Thank y'all so much. Coffee cups up. Your pinkies are out. You're getting rest for church. Go ahead, shift your wig. Get it right. I see you out there. More is happening. It's the Jeffrey Lampkin Show. Good morning.
Jeffrey Lampkin.
Exceptional women know where to shop for shoes when an everyday look won't do. At Kicks Lady Shoes, you'll find the latest fashions at prices you can afford. Shop the new Flirty Find shoes, all priced under $100. Whether you're looking for career wear, comfortable shoes, or fun, pretty spring fashions, you'll find the largest selection of shoes and purses at Kicks Lady Shoes. And when you shop at Kicks Lady Shoes, you keep your money here in Columbia with a locally owned business. Shop us today on Divine Street and like us on Facebook.
Jeffrey Lampkin.
Good morning. We're back here on the Jeffrey Lampkin Show. We are having a ball. I have fabulous guests this morning. I'm excited about it, just like last week. And you know what? First of all, thank you all so much. Last week's show, phenomenal. Elder Rashawn Wilson, and you called in when it was time to win the book. I love it. Listen, we're talking all things branding. I had Elder Rashawn on last week. He had his book. It needed to be brand. Also, there's Jeffrey Lampkin. Of course, I was on American Idol, but what happens after that? And today, Josiah Washington. He was on Jeopardy, but it's all about the branding after the fact. And I'm excited this morning that leading by Stilettos, Lady Natalie is here with me this morning. Good morning, my dear.
Good morning. How are you?
How are you this morning?
Doing awesome.
First of all, y'all know Natalie is looking good. This hair is laid to the gods, and I need to give a shout out to J. Rashawn Cotier, who did your hair. You look amazing.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Awesome. Last time we were together, I think it was Columbia Style Week,
clearly.
And we were rocking the runway.
Rocking the runway. Rocking and rolling, honey. Serve. You've been served. Listen, talk to me.
Okay.
We're talking about branding.
Right.
A lot of people don't really know, what is branding?
Branding is about an experience that you will have as a result of coming in contact with a product, person, or service.
Okay.
And it can be real or perceived.
Okay.
Because before we actually experience the product or service, the experience is perceived. Okay. After we experience, then we have a true experience from that product, service, or person.
How did you get involved into branding, of all things? How did you get involved? Obviously, you were into marketing, I'm assuming.
Right.
Okay.
And I was always fascinated by leadership.
Okay.
And about why why some brands rise to the top and why others don't get through all the chaos.
Okay.
And always looking at that if a brand is going to be successful, a lot of times it attaches itself to the fashion industry or to the music industry or some combination of both.
What is it, when you talk about brands and we see people, for example, would you say that Beyonce's brand is successful, or is she just successful as an entertainer? Or do the other things she has outside, like, because it does seem like everything that she touches takes off.
Sure, absolutely. Well, I would say the $5 million endorsement with Pepsi, I would say our brand's very successful.
Her brand is very successful, very much so.
Yes.
Now, when we talk about branding, is it something that is new? Is it something that's been around and we're just beginning to know about, or how does that work?
I think it is something that's been around, but now since the marketplace has so much chaos and so much chatter going on, that you have to make sure that you stand out, that your personality is authentic, and that you're true to your brand.
Why do people need a branding expert? You know, some people will say, because I'm sure some people are sitting here now like, I got Twitter, I got Facebook, I can do it myself.
Exactly.
But what can a branding expert do that just the normal everyday citizen cannot do?
It's all about the strategy.
Okay.
Because yes, everybody does have access to Facebook, Pinterest, LinkedIn, and the whole 9 yards, but it's all about the strategy. Okay. How do you connect that brand with the brands that they want to be connected to, and what are also their goals and objectives? Okay.
So what are some quick tips that my viewers, and I'm not going to make you give away all your stuff, because if you want your stuff, you need to go see her. Y'all know how I do now. Let's support local. Let's shop local. That's what I always say.
Thank you.
So what can we do, just tips-wise, just quick tips that you would say like people need to know when it comes to branding? Why branding?
I think the first tip is to think about your personality.
Okay.
And to think about your strengths.
Okay.
And are you a comedian trying to be an accountant?
Wow.
Or are you a newscaster trying to be an engineer? You have to really be authentic to yourself. What makes you tick? What makes you pop?
You got to be real.
That's
so
right.
you really got to know who you are.
Exactly.
Because if you don't know who you are, nobody else is going to be able to align with you and know who you are.
That's correct. And then you have to, and this is the next piece, develop branding words.
Okay. What are branding words?
Branding words are words that describe you, usually in 2 to 3 words.
Okay.
And when I work with my clients and when I work with my students, I said choose 2 or 3 words that describe you, and then start to emulate those words on a daily basis, because this is creating your brand, because you're creating an expectation of what the people come in contact with you want to see. Okay.
And then finally, any other tips that we can think of that when it comes to branding? You got me with this thing. I found the words. Let me tell you, when I started the Jeffrey Lampkin show, so we went from being on American Idol to the Jeffrey Lampkin show. We took it to a new level, and it was like, it's time to get lamped. And I find myself now everywhere I go, I'm getting lamped. Let's get lamped. Turn the lamp on, and it's all sorts of things by just simple as my last name.
Exactly.
But it gives, because when I walk in a room, they say I brighten up a room.
Right.
So is that what branding is all about?
Oh, absolutely. All day, every day. Wow. It's the whole thing about leading in stilettos that you call it pushing up in pumps.
Push me up in pumps and walk for me. Walk for me. That's for Justin Cooper right there. That's my boy. Good morning, Justin, out in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay. So when we talk about marketing and we talk about branding, is it just persons? Is it just for people, or it's churches? Who can be
It's for
branded?
everyone.
Okay.
It's for people, it's for organizations, it's for businesses, you know, the whole 9 yards, because you want to tell your customers what to think and how to think about you. You do not want that to be left to someone else.
What happens when a brand becomes the image of or the face of the brand? Let's take Paula Deen. Let's take the Paula Deen situation.
Right.
She has an excellent name. Her product is dynamic.
Right.
So when it was Paula Deen, I mean, you're talking about we'll go to Savannah just to go to the Paula Deen restaurant.
Sure.
She suffered some damage. Can it be repaired?
I think it can be, but I think you always have to remember that crisis will occur.
Okay.
So when you're dealing with a brand, whether it's your personal brand or whether it's your organization or your business, you have to always have a crisis management plan in place. So when those crises do occur, you know what to do.
Did she have a crisis? It doesn't look like she had a crisis management plan in place.
She did wait a long period of time before she actually engaged someone to help her with the situation.
And you as a branding expert have noticed that.
Yes.
Okay. So now we're in South Carolina. There are
Right.
people out there. Can churches be branded?
Absolutely.
Okay. What about businesses? Definitely can be branded.
Yes, sir.
And people can be branded.
Right.
That means that everyone needs to reach out to you about being branded.
Well, thank you,
Plain
Jeffrey.
and
I
simple.
appreciate
Come on,
that.
somebody. So where can they reach you at? Where can they find out about leading in stilettos and being able to, and leading, I like the idea. Where did that name come from? Leading in
It's
stilettos.
actually my personal journey.
Okay.
I was in the first boardroom with my dad at 5 years old and just fascinated by business and realized that I was the only female around the table. And several decades have passed, but not much has changed.
Wow, that is
So
true.
I used to dress up in my mother's stilettos with my father's briefcase
Push me up in pumps.
and
Yes.
pretended I was going off to the office.
Wow.
So when I started thinking about what was next for me as a brand and actually putting the book together, that's where Leading in Stilettos evolved.
So as a man thinketh,
So is he.
So is
James
he.
Allen.
Come on. I'm about to lose it at this table. They made me shout all morning this morning. Where can people find out about you, about your brand, about what you do, and everything of that nature?
They can find out about me at nathaliegregg.com.
nathaliegregg.com. And you know what I'm also finding is that a lot of people have been asking, you know, I got this book, Jeffrey. I got that book.
Right.
I got this product. I got that product that I want to get out. But quintessentially, they need to come to see you because you're actually going to brand and take them to where they need to be so
Absolutely.
that people realize it's not just a product.
Right.
It's a brand.
Exactly.
That's what my Twitter says. Listen,
Exactly.
I'm enjoying it. Any final words that you want to share with the viewers this morning?
Thank you so much for allowing me to connect with your awesome brand this morning.
Well, you know
You're
what I'm
doing
going
an
to, but you
amazing
know
job.
what we're going to do some things as well because I want to see the Jeffrey Lampkin brand. And one thing about Jeffrey Lampkin, if I support something and I tell you to go support it, I'm going to support it myself. So we're going to get some consultation going and going from there as
Sounds
well.
awesome.
And then also here's what I'm going to do right now because I always give away. Right now, 803-240-8708. I'm giving away 3 free consultations with Leading in Stilettos, meaning that the Jeffrey Lampkin Show is going to pay for those consultations so that you can consult with Leading in Stilettos, Natalie, so you can understand about your brand and how you can get better. Church, people, business. If you want your business to go to the next level, let's make it happen. Keep it right here. Thank you so much, my
Jeffrey.
dear.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate
Thank
you.
you. Thank
Woo,
you.
I'm excited. More with the Jeffrey Lampkin Show when we come back. Coffee cups up, pinkies are out. Good morning.
Jeffrey Lampkin.
This truck came out the entrance. It didn't yield the right of way. It tore my truck completely up, and the dashboard fell on my knees. The surgeon told me I had broken my neck. I had to have immediate surgery done. I called Leap Law the next day. Leap Law worked with me personally and took control of the situation. I just had total confidence in them that they were on my side 100%.
Jeffrey Lampkin.
Wow, what an amazing show. Absolutely awesome. Thank you to Jeopardy winner Josiah Washington. Also to Leading by Stilettos, Natalie, thank you so much for coming. Listen, remember, you are a brand. You are who you are. Who do you want people to see you as? If you want them to see you as a child of God, carry yourself as such. You don't have to talk about it, just be about it. Listen, next week, same time, same place. It's the Jeffrey Lampkin Show. Coffee cups up, your pinkies are out. You've been lamped.
Everybody get up. Come on. Lamp. With Jeffrey Lampkin. Motivation, inspiration, educating new revelation. Lamp. With Jeffrey Lampkin. Entertainment just for you. Smiling out 'cause God loves you. Get up, lamp. With Jeffrey Lampkin. Somebody turn the lamp on.